Why did you create Sinful Rose?
Well, I've always kind of been into this music thing, and before I was in this band, probably never heard of them, I'm not sure, maybe you have. Where's Walden? More transcendentalist type, really focused on the good side of human nature and all that stuff. And then I kind of I realized they weren't really feeling my vibe. So I kind of broke off and made this because it's just different.
Why did you move over to this style midlife?
Well, like I said kind of just right before, it was, I believe that like human nature and the human experience is not the same as what they believe. I kind of see that humans are very, very prone to guilt, sin, suffering, all that kind of stuff, and they weren't really liking my thoughts very much.
Okay, so then why did you name the band Sinful Rose?
Well, that was actually kind of more Washington's idea. He really liked that one. He's quirky like that. Weird guy. He really wanted to be different than everything else. And I mean, obviously we focus on the sin, the guilt, the dark side of human nature. And then he just really liked the rose. That was his favorite flower ever. Just weird guy. So he kind of threw that together. That was all him.
Who was the hardest convinced to join?
Definitely Edgar. Mr. Poe. He was, yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't really, one of my very first works, he didn't really like it. He thought I was kind of different at first. So he kind of gave me a bad review, and
It sucked.
yeah, there he is right there. And he's always, he wanted the band thing to work, but he didn't really want me to be the guy to do it. So he kind of had to join the ride, and he's kind of our most popular guy right now.
Very interesting. Thank you.
Welcome. Perfect.
That's my question.
So, did your years in Europe affect your writing?
Yes, my years in Europe definitely did affect my writing. You know, the European culture is very different than the American culture. And while I was there in Spain as the ambassador, I learned many different types of writing, and it gave me it helped me add my own personal flair to my writing when I got back to America.
Okay, further along that, what was your inspiration for The Legend of Sleepy Hollow?
My inspiration from Sleepy Hollow was in my early 20s. The yellow fever broke out in New York and killed about 5 G's of people. And as I was fleeing that, the idea of all these American folk tales came to me to inspire others during this rough time in America.
Okay. So then, what inspired you to join Sinful Rose?
Well, during my time in Spain, Nathaniel came and visited me and saw that I had a different touch and different personality than most American writers, and wanted some differentiality in the Sinful Rose band. And so he wanted me to come and bring my own personal flair to the band.
Okay, then who's your favorite band member?
My favorite band member would most definitely have to be Mr. Poe.
Yeah.
He definitely knows how to have a good time.
That's right.
That's all I want.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, we're going now?
Mr. Poe. So, would you say alcohol has influenced your creative thinking in any way?
Oh, yeah, alcohol definitely. You know, really, it lets me free my mind, you know, like a raven, and it lets me dive deep into my personal emotions, and it really lets me just express it all when I'm under the influence.
Sir, could you take those off, please?
Oh, sorry.
Thank you. So, would you say you had a rebellious childhood?
Yeah, I would say so. In my teenage years, I started to grow fond of poetry, and my caretaker, the tobacco merchant, he did not approve of that very much, and so I would occasionally write poetry, and then when he would find out, when he found out, there was a price to pay. But I started to despise him, and so I would write poetry more and more to go against that rule that did not like very well.
Okay, so going on that, has any of the places you've been in particular added anything to the lyrics you write for the band or for any of your other works?
Yeah, in Baltimore, that's where I met my wife, Virginia. Pretty ironic. That's just when things started to go uphill for me, and so that obviously that place has a lot of emotions for me, and so when she passed pretty recently, I started to grow into my depression, and I just write songs about her because when we met, it was just the happiest time of my life, and so most of the songs I really dedicate to her.
Okay, so finish it off. What's your opinion on the band members?
Washington Irving, he's awesome. I love that guy. I think him and I are pretty good friends. But the other two poets, they're all right. I mean, they're pretty fun to be around. I'm pretty much like the big deal. I write most of the songs. So, and other people, I guess, would say that I'm the people's people. They come to me whenever they want to have a good time.
Thank you, Mr. Bell. Okay. So, are there any similar issues concerning being a sailor and a band member in Sinful Rose?
Oh, definitely. I mean, being on a ship with all guys, the testosterone levels gets really high, and you have to deal with each other's manliness. And so being in a band with all guys, you have to learn how to test those waters and not step on anyone's toes, and just to level out the creativity so you're not overbearing on one way or than another.
Okay. So, what inspiration from your childhood have you utilized in creating songs?
Well, my father died when I was young, and he was a merchant, and we were accustomed to a very wealthy lifestyle and luxurious, and then when he died, it completely changed our family dynamic, and so we had lots of hard times, and I actually had to go to work, and that's why I became a sailor. So I have those first-hand accounts on very emotional, just life-altering happenstances, and so I put those feelings and emotions into my songs.
Okay, last question. How did lead singer Nathaniel get you to join the band, or did you find it yourself?
Well, actually, that's a kind of cool story. We met at a coffee shop on the Upper East Side in New York, and we'd been going there for years. It just recently took off and became cool, but we were going there before it was cool. And we just were talking, and we were like, hey, we both have these great ideas. Hey, we can make music. Why not do it together and be amazing? So, therefore, Sinful Rose.